Salty tonight.
Mm.
It is episode 31 on Sunday, August
I
16th,
can't believe we're
9
at
p.m.
31.
I know, and it is
Somebody can watch
also,
one episode for every day for a month and have new episodes every day now.
yeah. And we are, we're fast approaching now. If you think about it, I've got the other people's show on Friday nights. We've got Salty Tonight on Saturday. We have Salty Tonight on Sunday. Real Talk on Monday. Felicia and I are going to start a show back up on Tuesday. We have Salty Tonight on Wednesday, and Thursday will be the only free night that I'll have per week.
That you're not off. Which I think
As
you need that, truthfully. I think that you've taken on a lot. I mean, we do this one like half the week.
Yeah. And is there a day that goes by where you don't think about or work on the show?
No, I mean, I do something, even if it's just reading articles.
Me too.
That takes a lot of time. Just
Oops, my
reading
camera
through bullshit. Yeah, I see that.
my camera went dark there. Okay, there we go. I was just trying to turn up the volume. But yeah, I every single day I at least we clip edit clips every single day
Yep.
and articles and things like that. So,
It's
how's
work.
your Sunday
People
been?
need to respect that. It's been good.
Yeah.
I'm fastly approaching the end of Seinfeld again. So
And you said that you get a little bit
I
sad
do.
when
I
you
do.
get near the end.
I do. I do that with every series, because it's like reliving it over and again, the ending. I especially do it with Parks and Rec. There are certain ones I always cry at the last episode. Friends
Really?
doesn't get me anymore. Friends doesn't get me. Um, but Parks and Recreation does. The Office sometimes if I'm in the right mood. But yeah, Six
Because you're
Feet Under
not
every
really.
time. I mean, come on, 6 feet. If you don't cry during that finale,
Well, I
you're
think
heartless.
for one, the song itself is going to bring tears on 6 Feet Under.
Yeah,
The ending song. Even when I go down the road now, listening to that song, a tear will fall
it's like
down.
"Breathe" by Sia, right?
Yes, yes, yeah. Um, and also
Good song.
every single episode of 6 Feet Under is very emotionally charged, I think.
It's a solid show, and I mean, you got to figure like most of these series, especially in the '90s, they went like 7, 8, sometimes 10. I mean, Friends is 10 seasons.
Yeah. Now 6 Feet Under did 5 seasons, and
5.
I watched season five first at your house, with you and your
Yeah,
mom on
which is
Sundays
so
on.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
wild that you already knew who was dead and who was
And then I
alive,
went
and
and then Best Buy had the series for sale, and I purchased all of them on DVD at Best Buy.
yeah.
And I wish I still had them. I ended up selling them years ago, but they're on HBO Max, I guess. But I've not watched them in a while because it just makes me too emotional.
It does, but I like to double check and make sure that I haven't been completely jaded,
That your
you
heart's not
know?
too small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that I can still test it to make sure I
Okay.
still have feelings, emotions, and
Right.
so far I do, so
That's good to know.
yeah, that is
Now,
good.
before we get into the show, there is a breaking news. One of the actresses, an actress named Hayden Panettiere, passed away earlier tonight. This is news within the last 2 hours. She was mainly known for the shows Heroes and Nashville, and also the movie I Love Beth Cooper and Remember the Titans. She was only 36 years old.
That's
36
crazy.
years old, and reports are not clear on her cause of death.
I was
So
gonna
I
say, do
just
they know why?
not
No.
not that I've been able to find. So that's reports are still coming in. So I thought we would just bring that up because we are a groundbreaking program.
Groundbreaking, yes.
So what do we have in store for tonight,
We
Terry?
got a lot. We have a lot. Um, first all off, I thought we could start with this really, really cute deer pig hybrid that was born at a UK zoo. And apparently there's only 4 that have been found that
Really?
have, yeah, so it's very endangered. So, fingers crossed there's going to be more of them, but it is cute. Look at this thing. Look at it.
Wow.
It is adorable. Yeah, and
So
so there is a video.
okay.
and it is well worth watching.
Okay, let's check this out. This is in the UK's Chester Zoo.
All right.
That's adorable.
It really is.
Now, that's a rare baby Barbusa
Apparently, yeah.
whose significance goes beyond her small size. The deer pig may help support the future of species nearing extinction.
It is really cute.
You're right. There's only four small islands in Indonesia: Sulu, Bura, Sulawesi, and Tuian, or the islands. And these are
I love
under,
how its mom doesn't give a fuck though. She's just like about eating.
yeah. She's not even paying attention really.
No.
So one of the threats in Africa is the African swine fever, which reportedly reached the islands about 5 years ago, raising concerns that the animals could soon be classified as critically endangered. Another serious threat is the habitat loss due to extensive commercial logging.
Of course, humans.
So yeah, we need to try to keep these things alive because look how cute they are.
It really is adorable.
And they're very important to the ecosystem of the islands too, as they drop seeds as they forage, helping the rainforest regenerate, and they're a key indicator in the species for overall health of the ecosystem. But their situation is bleak.
Mhm.
So they're saying we risk losing a truly unique species, one that's an important part of Indonesia's culture and natural heritage, and one of the oldest pig species still living. So
Well, I'm
that
glad at
is,
least they're still being born.
yeah, me
Hope is
too.
not lost yet.
So
Hope
yeah,
is
those
not
those are
lost.
those are look how adorable those are.
I know. I want one, but obviously I probably should not be in charge of any kind of conservation efforts.
Right.
Yeah, but they are really cute.
Yeah, they are
So
really
yeah,
cute.
let's save the what were they called? I should have known.
Hmm. Let me scroll back up
They
here.
had a very Babarousas.
Yeah,
Save
Babarousas.
the Babarousas.
And that's crazy that there's only four of them in existence right now.
I know, like how I mean, I guess they're at the zoo, so they are protected in that sense, but
So let's hope that they can grow and at
fingers
least be,
crossed.
yeah, I mean that is bleak, four of them, but there's two of them that we saw right there in that video.
Yeah, put out good vibes for them.
Now we've got another story here, and this is another kind of animal story. Now this is about some sharks. Do we have a video with this one as well?
We do not have a video, just the story.
Okay. So I knew something was different because the sharks were on the surface, says Tyann Dalazan, a 37-year-old Brazilian lawyer and social media personality. There were a lot of them. Later, I discovered the tour organizers were feeding the sharks so that they would interact with the tourists. Um, when she was on a trip back in April, she suddenly felt a strong pressure on her leg when the shark bit me. The pain was very strong, she says. I stayed calm because I knew I couldn't fight the animal. A nurse shark more than 7 feet, 2 meters
Damn.
long, had clamped its jaws around her thigh. After holding her underwater for several seconds, the shark released her and she was able to escape. But the experience left her with her lacerations to her thigh, and it was very, very frightening. Although
Yeah.
she says she wasn't there for social media and didn't touch or provoke the shark, she admits she was too close to the animals. Incidents of shark biting are rare, but at least three influencers have been bitten by the animals in less than 1 year. And if you go back and you look, not just with sharks, but with influencers in general, they're a nuisance in a lot of ways. And
Yeah,
if they're
they really
covering
are.
things properly, but there's this one influencer, and I wish I had the video, but it made me so angry. he would just walk around in the mall and like jumping at people and acting like he was going to like knock their hat off, or wanting a reaction, wanting to provoke, wanting to get that viral video. And I'm not saying this lady did that at all, but a lot of these things, let's see how close we can get for discomfort, how close we can get to danger. And then when danger happens, everyone's suddenly the victim, which I don't agree with that.
No, and I don't know how they don't see that the possibility. Maybe
Yeah.
because there hasn't been that many shark attacks. I feel like there's been more than enough for me to keep my distance. But why are people not thinking that they're gonna get a reaction? Do they think they're protected from, especially when people provoke other people in
Yeah.
public, like the dude that would knock the hats off?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a
He's
lot of the
taking a
time,
risk.
he's taking a big risk. And, especially with things like that, or in life in general, you can have people that poke and poke and poke and poke. And then when you react, you're suddenly the bad guy. They're the victim. When in reality, they just happen to be recording when you react. But
Yeah.
going back to the story, their Shark Bite YouTube channel, Kristen Parton says that they're seeing way more of these videos week after week than they ever used to, of these influencers in the water with stingrays, trying to provoke these, water animals. And that's not a smart idea at all.
No. I mean, even Steve Irwin, isn't that how he died? He got s stung by a stingray?
Yes, yes.
Like,
Uh,
if he can't survive it, if he can't handle it, we definitely don't need to be in the
no.
water.
Well, it would be like, let's just go up and put our hand in a lion's mouth so I can
That was
touch
one of
its
the things they
tooth.
made the point. They were like, "Would you go on, in Africa and poke at a lion?"
Yeah, let's go touch
No.
his tooth. You know.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna have
Oh,
to get eaten by a shark for them to
yeah.
take this serious.
I don't
And
even
they
think
will.
that's gonna. I don't
They
even
will.
think that's going. I don't think that'll take it serious. Then I think that'll raise the risks. Let's see if we can get the bear to chase us down the street. Let's dangle a piece of fish in front of its face. The bear's
Well,
like
we already
fish.
saw videos of that a couple of weeks ago
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the buffalo or the bison, whatever it was. The dude trying to
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
they're
right. The bison.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Now,
either gonna be robots or sharks. That's gonna be
right.
our downfall.
Now I didn't know this, but you like things like Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot,
Mhm.
these mysterious kind of folklore legends, I guess you could say. Is that what they are?
Yeah. Well, I find them interesting from, like, a psychological standpoint because they're monsters, essentially. They don't look like any other creature that exists
And they're
in
monsters
our
from the
world.
they're monsters from the past that happen to be living amongst us. That's
Well,
never clearly seen
no, and it's like,
ever.
why are people buying this? What
So
about this are people thinking that there's basically monsters under their bed? They're, adults. What keeps the fear alive, basically? But there was a
exactly.
Bigfoot sighting.
There was
There
no. Do
was a
we have a
Bigfoot
video for
sighting.
this or no?
No, there's no video,
Okay. Do you want
but,
to take this one or do you want me to?
I can take it. Let me
Okay.
find it.
Now, we cover Bigfoot sightings occasionally on the show, so if anyone out there has any kind of Bigfoot sighting,
We would love to see
please,
it.
yes, please send us the video or the story, or if you all see any kind of stories that you want us to cover, message us and we will do so.
Well, this one was in Colorado, and so
Okay?
that makes it a little different. The other one that we saw was in, I wanna say, Wisconsin?
I think so. I think it may
I
have
don't
been.
know. It was up there somewhere. But anyway, so a Colorado woman claimed that she saw a massive Bigfoot gliding through the woods, and this is an artist rendition of it, I assume. I don't think that was the real picture. Gliding through the woods in late July, according to a post on the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization's website. Lori Boeing said that she was in the car with her husband looking for wildlife near Lake City in Hinsdale County when she saw what she described as a Bigfoot near the edge of the woods. She estimated the figure was between 7 feet and 9 feet tall, based on the size of the surrounding trees. She
So
said,
he
I
could
saw,
just he could be a basket. He could play basketball. He could play in the
yeah,
NBA then.
he should be.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, I saw the critter take 4 to 5 big gliding steps. Now I'm not sure what gliding means. I imagine he's like ice skating or maybe
Yeah,
skating on ice water. Like,
yeah. He's
yeah, he's
very
an ice
light on his
skater.
feet. Yeah, he's very
Yeah.
very light on his feet.
Well, he left her view due to a curve in the road. And she said, "Trust me when I say I'm not a Bigfoot believer, but after what I saw, I sure in the hell am now." Um, so yeah, she said the figure was dark, blackish brown, with long hairy arms and a head that was kind of molded into the shoulders.
So no neck really.
No, and her husband said that he was driving when she saw the creature and told him to stop the truck. And he continued driving, but after determining that she was serious, they returned to the area, got out of the car, and found one large barefoot print. And this is barefoot as in no shoes, not like
Yes.
bare. Um, Although the print seemed small for the critter she described, being 7 to 9 feet tall, there was no reason for that print to be there, to be where it was. And he said they went back the next day and found another print that was a similar size. All right. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm going it's a bear. It's an actual bear. That's
Well, it's got to be a bear. I mean,
I mean, then I'll have to say it's Bigfoot. But I mean,
what about
how do
medium
these people
foot?
not have pictures?
I
People
mean,
have their
we've
phone on them all the
all the
time.
time. All they have it in their phone. They have cameras in the glasses. There's no reason that there needs to be a picture that's going out on the web of Bigfoot that looks like that. I mean, there's no need for that at all.
I don't see it. But I mean,
And that was the picture that was included with the article. I didn't even seek that picture out.
no, it was just there. But I mean, it was an artist picture, like just
And the
a
artist did good,
artistic
you know.
interpretation of Bigfoot. Look, I love it. I love the insanity of the fact that somebody out there is claiming that this thing, once you pop him back up there, that he is walking around. Not this one specifically, but I mean in general. I
I
just
mean,
imagine if you did come across that though. You're just out on a nice hike with your significant other, your partner, and this thing's just creeping in the trees.
and the funny thing about it is you never hear anyone saying that Bigfoot tried to chase them.
No, he doesn't seem aggressive.
No. I mean, bears chase after people, some of these other animals and stuff chase after people. Bigfoot's never been aggressive. He's just minding his
He seems
business. I
like an
mean,
old hippie, and
yeah,
especially in Colorado, he's a smoker.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I
he's a
mean,
stoner, and
if
he's
you live in that scenery, would you want to leave that scenery? I wouldn't.
not if I had that much hair.
No, no.
He's probably pretty warm. I mean, why would he leave?
Um, I wouldn't. So,
No. And that's probably why
but
he's hanging out there. He's got no problem with people, no beef with people. I mean, you want to talk about beef with people? There was a really funny story that I saw where these two women got into it in a nice restaurant, like nice restaurant.
so this was out in Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
And this was like I saw this, a day or so ago. So this was in a very downtown restaurant, very expensive, and this was about $100 a plate when you get a free
roughly.
show
Yeah.
with yeah. So there was like very expensive filet mignons on this place, and they're treated to a different kind of steak of beef at Steak 48. Do we have a video of this?
No, but we do have some pictures.
Okay, so
Some
we'll
funny
talk about it
pictures.
as the
Yeah.
pictures go.
Here's
So
one of them.
as the forks clinked and calming music played, the two women brutally yanked each other's hair as confused employees tried to stop them and entertained diners watched. Oh my God, I love this, one woman could be heard saying in the video. but brawlers sported fancy dresses without undergarments as they attacked each other. They rolled across the dining room floor, trading punches, kicks, and trash talk like amateur fighters. I wasn't expecting this when I came here, another amused diner said. At one point, a woman who appeared to be an employee tried to break up the fight and was heard telling one another, bleeding from her head, to go out now. One woman slapped away another employee's hand as she tried to usher them out, drawing a chorus of "oh" from diners before shoving her and appearing ready to square up. It's unclear what sparked the fight, when it happened, or whether the unidentified women were arrested or banned from the restaurant.
Oh, they had to be banned. Come on. They had to be.
Look at
But
that.
I mean, this is a nice restaurant. So you got to think that, I mean, it would be amusing. And I love the lady that was like, I love this. You know,
Now, have you ever
she
been
appreciates it.
to have you ever been to a restaurant or anything like that and where a fight has broke out?
No.
Okay. Now, I was at a restaurant one time. This was a couple years back, and it was kind of a, I guess you could say it was a family restaurant, and it wasn't fancy or anything like that. It was a I won't say which restaurant it was because people can narrow it down, but some dancing and stuff was going on, and some of the company that I was with was dancing too close, apparently, to someone's husband, but I didn't think so.
Mm.
So the lady, who's apparent, I guess, was her husband was there, picked up a glass full of ice and threw it on the person that I happened to be with. Well, within the blink of an eye, the person that I was with picked up a chair and threw it down on the table, making the glasses and silverware and everything fall to the ground and fall over, as there were probably 100 people watching that take place. So, very embarrassing. But I'm sure there were people there pulling out their cameras saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I'm so glad this happened." Because if I were a spectator, of course I would love to watch that
Oh,
happen. Who
yeah.
wouldn't? Who
Yeah.
wouldn't?
Well, Robin said one night she had told us the story about a bar fight over at the ski. I missed it. I wasn't there, but apparently somebody was having an argument and they left, and then they came back and picked up a chair, and there was like security footage of this. Um, and smashed it over this dude's head. And Robin's like sitting 2 seats away when this happened. So next time
The,
she's on, we'll have to ask her about it.
yeah, we'll definitely have to ask her about that because I don't know. I mean, that's really about the only times that I've seen anything like that happen in a restaurant. Now, one time I was at the old Coburn movie theater, and if you remember, there was like you would walk up this like elevated.
I know
uh
because we used to ride carts down it, shopping
yes,
carts.
shopping cart. So I was standing there, and it was well, we were inside at the concession stand, and a couple of people started yelling, "Fight, fight, fight!" And over there's a Pizza Hut to the left, and in the
Mhm.
parking lot, some people were out there fighting. And I remember me and a couple of the crew members there ran out, and I remember saying, "Kick his ass!" I remember saying that, and they looked over, and then they started fighting. So it's always kind of fun, I think, to see it.
Have you ever
Um,
been in a fight? Like an actual physical, like you're trying to win, not defend yourself, but you're trying to fight.
not in a long time. I
It's
mean,
not easy. It's not as easy as you think it's gonna be, especially if
no,
you're well matched in height and weight and like skill, because you're just
yeah.
kind of you can't
Well,
land a punch as
well,
easily as you think you can.
Well, my thing is like they had like they had, I think it took place yesterday, the redneck brawl which went on. And I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's online and things, and
I can imagine. I'll imagine it in my head.
thousands upon thousands of people watch this. And they do, like, I think they do 3 rounds of 1 minute. So, I've been training, not training, but I was trying to punch for like a minute straight, and then I, stop for 30 seconds, punch for a minute straight, stop for 30 seconds, punch. And I was bobbing and weaving too, and throwing punches, uppercuts and everything, and side punches. So,
At a
which I
punching bag or just in the
well, I was
air?
doing like uppercuts, and then no, just kind of like, out in the air. So if the neighbors see this, I look like a crazy person out there just punching into the air. Um, like I'll do it for a minute, then stop, do it for a minute and stop. But try to do that at some point. Try to bob and weave and punch for a minute straight,
I've
moving
tried to be in a
around.
fight, and neither one of us won. We just, like, gave up.
Who? Who are you in a fight with?
Me and Jinx.
That's what I thought. Now, what started that fight?
I don't know. I don't know. One of us pushed the other, and, like, we neither one of us fell. We couldn't really land a punch because we were blocking each other. We were, like, the same height pretty much, and it was just like, "This is not going anywhere."
Well, how did it
Like, we're
stop?
not neither one of us can win. We
How
just
did
quit.
they're just like, all right, we're just done.
We're
We're
just
just
like,
done.
"This is not." We probably got tired, and eventually we're like, "This doesn't matter as much as it looks like it matters." So we just
I mean,
quit,
and
and we were
the
friends after.
yeah.
That was the thing.
I mean, I would just be afraid if I fight someone that if that it would be somebody that I would hurt, and I would feel bad for hurting somebody.
Really? Even if you didn't start it?
I just don't. I don't like to hurt people. Like I'm just I just don't like to do that. But I
Yeah,
guess if I'm pushed to the point where I'm going to punch you, then I probably won't feel bad because you deserve
yeah.
it. You know?
I don't know, my dad's thing that he always told me growing up was never start a fight, but always finish it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I
And
will
so
never.
that's kinda what I go by, like, I'm not gonna start shit, but
I had someone try to start a fight with me this past week.
well, there you go, and you let it go?
I was just like, touch me. They
Do
wouldn't.
it.
They would. And what I'd rather do if I'm going to fight somebody, I know a place where we can get into the actual boxing ring and do it.
Yeah,
Because if I'm going to do it, we'll have gloves, we'll have headgear. Because I'm not into like fighting with like biting people and picking up boards and hit. But that's not fighting. That's not what I'm going to do. I mean that is fighting, but that's not what I'm going to do. If you're going to fight me, we're going to do it inside the ring. Because if not, police are going to get called, charges are going to happen, people are going to get
yeah,
sued. Who needs that kind of stuff? Nobody. It's not worth it.
nobody.
So in the ring or not at all.
That's fair.
Yeah. So we've got another.
Yeah,
You
that
want to
kinda
do this?
sidetracked for a second.
Yeah, it's okay. We have another. You want to get into this robots story?
We can. Yeah, we can talk about that. I thought this was just, an interesting thing because obviously AI is pretty huge right now. There's a lot of debates in it. So yeah, let's talk about the robots and art because I'm curious about your opinions on do they have the ability to create or are they just reproducing? Have you seen any that actually looks new to you at least?
What
The
some of the
art. Yeah.
now my opinion of it is I think it has its place in creative endeavors, but I don't. It's just like, for example, with movies. Look at the CGI. Look at the Marvel movies. These are the things that I have problems with because it's overly used. I was watching a scene. I'd never seen it, but it was a movie called Thor: Love and Thunder, I think is what it's called. And I just watched just a scene, just a few minute scene that happened to be playing. And I'm not saying anything was wrong with it per se because it was entertaining, but it was nothing other than CGI and green screen, and that's what I'm afraid that these robots are going to be able to create and reproduce. That's what their art is going to be. And, is it valid? Sure, there's going to be some people that love it, but is it truly creative art if it's not created by a live real person? I don't know.
I don't know either. I like to go both ways. I like to try to take the unpopular opinion of who's to decide what's art and what's not.
Right.
Um, if it's art to at least one person, then you can argue it is art.
I
So
agree.
I'm
Well,
not
let's
saying
say
that they can't create art, and art is an expression, and then you kind of that that goes into the territory of can robots actually express something? Do they
Right.
have emotions to be able to do that? No. From what we assume now, they do not.
Mm.
But are they going to? And I mean, if you go back to evolution, there was a point where we were not who we are as modern day humans, right? We just weren't. So where did that change? Like, where did we become human? We're not Neanderthals anymore. We're not out. I mean, we kind of are, but
Some are.
for argument's sake, we're
Some
not.
people are. Some are. Sorry.
So
Some
where did
are.
that change? Where did humanity begin? And where did we stop being savages?
Once
Because if you
again, I
want to
think.
go
I
art,
think.
it wasn't art. Art's been around forever.
Well,
That's been
for example, for art and the creative endeavor, let's say that I used AI a little bit earlier. Felicia and I have been working on a 6 episode miniseries. We filmed 2 episodes so far, and I was coming up with a poster. So I took a few photos last night, Friday night, and I was like, I'll make a poster out of these posters or out
mm,
of these images. So I used the images and the pictures that I took, but I used AI to enhance it and create some this and that to it. And I should show the before and after.
yeah.
She didn't actually like the poster, or she liked the poster but not certain aspects that we're going to reshoot. But anyway, are things like that, like if this was created by AI, would anybody have a problem? Or do they just not have a problem with it because it wasn't? Do they have a problem because people know it's AI creating it? Or if it looks like it's AI? Because a lot of videos, and I don't know if we have a story about this. I think we have an AI story later in the show.
Oh, yeah, we
Is
can do
that
that next.
is what are these things um, taking over? Or is it real? Is it fake? Is everything a
It's
Bigfoot now?
real. I mean, it is real. It is a physical thing, that you can see. So, yeah,
Well, that's a, ju-
where's
well,
the line?
that's just a visual thing, though. If you can only see it,
I mean, it's if it's your reality, then it's real to you,
that's true. So if we
and you
make
can't
it,
determine that what is art and what isn't. I don't think that you can.
well, I posted a picture the other day, and I wish I would have put it on here. And I've showed it to a few people, and I've asked their opinion of this photo, and I've posted them on several different social medias. And everyone assumes and has thought this photo is 100% real, and it isn't. Now, I'm in this photo, and everything about me in the picture is real, but my surroundings and the people in it. And this was one of the I don't know if you've seen pictures where AI has created people in the background, and sometimes like they have 5 fingers or their
Or
face is
there's multiple of
distorted.
the same people.
Yes. So this particular photo doesn't have any of that, but it was used with a different AI. It was used with the Meta Glasses AI, and um, but I did a little social experiment and didn't really tell anyone about. This is the first time I'm telling anyone about it. I'll share the picture next show,
Okay.
but you all will know that it's not real now. But no one has been able to tell that it's real, that it isn't real. So I just
Now
wonder
I'm really
how
curious.
I just wonder how it will
I want to
be.
see it. Send it. Send it to me, and I'll put it up.
Send it to you. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering how. I'll have to go back and find it now. What people think, going forward. You know what I mean?
I don't have as much of a problem with it as I should, and not for the same reason. The obviously the using water for this as much as like especially living in California with the
I'll have to.
shortages and then
I'll
wanting to
show it
put the
next.
data centers, I'm not okay with that. From an artistic standpoint, if you're using it as a tool, not as a method to create art,
Right.
then I think that's okay. I don't think that's any different than, I don't wanna say, like a mechanical pencil versus sharpening a pencil, but things get better. It's still you creating it,
Right, right. I'll have
right?
to
You
show the
still gave the prompt, you still had the idea, you still provided the things that created it.
I'll have to show the picture
You
next
just
show.
didn't edit them. Look at auto-tune. I'm not saying we welcome it because some of it's pretty bad, but we definitely have accepted it into music.
Okay, that's a
Now,
good
when it first
example.
started, people were not okay with it. They
Well,
thought,
if
"Well,
you
this is ruining music. This isn't music. This isn't." And now it's like, well,
well, Milli Vanilli had to give back their Grammy because,
exactly.
you know, and that I'm glad you mentioned that with the auto tune because there's something called Suno, Suno, and it's a great and I think it's a great music tool. But it also is like the AI of music. I put in my lyrics. I choose exactly which instrument goes on there, what type of sound that I want. And I can record my vocals, and then it pretty much anytime it auto tunes my voice if I need it in any pitch that I'm wrong. And I can pitch it in, higher, lower, whatever. Is that really me singing when I do all those things?
No, but that is you producing it.
So I
I mean,
think, and
obviously, it's not you singing, but I don't necessarily think it's gonna take away from the creative side of people, but I do think it's gonna minimize or make it less impressive, the people that use it. It's gonna become widely used and accepted, so it's not going we're gonna know they did it. Just like when somebody auto-tunes, you're like, "Yeah, already know you don't sound like that." Like, we're going to know. We're gonna eventually learn to recognize it. It's going to be obvious. Some things just look off already.
yeah,
You kinda know, like plastic surgery.
yeah.
Some people have it and you're like, "I don't know what's up with them, but something's
That's a
weird."
good example. That's a good example
Yeah, and
because
that's
like,
totally normalized now. People don't even think about it. They just have it.
and if it's like just like you said, like if you do too much of it, you can tell a
It
big
starts to
difference, and
look
you're like,
weird.
wow. But if you do just use it just sparingly, then
It's
most people can't
Photoshop.
tell.
I
Yeah,
mean, I think that's what it's gonna replace.
yeah,
Photoshop was a little more complicated. You had to learn how to use it. You couldn't just tell it what to do. You had to go in and manually change things.
right,
It's just gonna
right,
be easier to Photoshop and edit audio,
yeah,
and that's
and that kind
fine.
of that kind of leads us into this next story. Then, um,
Oh, the
the a
cats.
yeah. Now you're a big cat lover.
I do love the cats.
And you've always been a cat lover, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
Now, I've always been kind of allergic to cats.
Always
S-
kind of allergic.
Yeah. Well, not just kind of, but I have always been allergic to cats. Now, do you
I
want to
mean,
take
I
this?
have seen a lot of videos where animals are being replicated and, they're fake, and you can kinda tell. And a lot of times, obviously, they'll be fake because they'll be doing something that animals wouldn't do.
Well, and I should have sent a video of this, but sometimes, we'll take Jimothy, for example.
Mm.
Sometimes when I see, it's like there weren't videos of Jimothy, and now all of a sudden I see a lot of them. So I'm very skeptical sometimes if it's the real Jimothy or if it's AI. And it's the same thing like this with the cats, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen the video, like somebody's jumping on a trampoline and they do like 100 somersaults in the air or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of gymnastic videos where they do that.
But I'm not sure that AI will be ruining cat videos for the internet because I don't think the people that really, I don't think it's going to be able to fool that many people right now, to be honest. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, memes kinda started with cats. I feel like that was the big thing. Everybody kinda got on board, they loved the cats, they were sharing it. Animals have always been an an agreed upon thing that everybody loved, for the
Well,
most part. I mean, you've got your some that are abusive, but I mean, for the most part, we can all kind of put our guns down on the internet and agree that something's cute.
Well, I mean, is that what really started ever?
Grumpy
I
cat,
mean,
grumpy cat.
is
Come
that what
on.
started everyone loving cats?
Grumpy cat or just the internet? I think
Either
Grumpy
w-
Cat, he kicked it off. He did.
because I don't remember. I mean, obviously, growing up, we didn't have the internet exactly like now, but I don't remember when, like in the '90s. When did the memes really start?
I know. I wish somebody had like decided what the first meme was. Grumpy Cat was up there. He definitely was up there. I
Yeah,
don't know. I really don't. I would be curious what everyone the first meme you remember seeing is. If anybody wants to comment,
yeah,
that
that
would
would
be a
be
really good topic.
because some people live by memes. They send memes back and forth, and sometimes
Yeah.
I've heard people say that that's the kind of the relationship they have with their friends, or
Yeah.
particular friends. We just send memes. We don't even talk. We just meme back and forth. Um, so
I mean, you and Robin do it just randomly. We'll see something and send it.
yeah. So I don't think the AI cats are ruining the internet any more than anything else is.
No, I don't think any more than anything else.
I really
No, I
don't.
don't think so. I think they'll exist in the same way. They'll be, the fake ones, but we'll adapt and we'll learn, how to see it as fake. I mean, look at cartoons.
Yeah,
I mean, they never were that realistic. But I think that AI is going to basically be the new cartoons.
I think so too. I think so too. I don't think right now, and probably in her later life, but I don't think it's anything that on the creative side that we should worry about. I
No, I
mean,
think people are concerned because it's new.
it's
It's new
going
to
to.
them.
I mean, it's going to have its faults. It's going to have its place. You're still going to have, um, it's pretty much going to be like everything has its phase. Like the Marvel movies and all that stuff. That's phasing in and out, and the smaller movies have phased in, they phased out, but they never really go away. AI will, maybe replace CGI. It might replace actors and actresses in the future, but I don't think that's within the next 5 years. It
No,
could
and
be
I
though.
don't
I
think
mean,
they're going to replace the really the loved actors and actresses.
no.
You've got some people like, I mean, I don't like promote it, but I love Meryl Streep. Anything she's in, I watch it. She's she's great, and she gives it her all. I don't know how much of her stuff you've watched.
I've seen quite a few.
I don't think that it's going to replace her. She has made her mark, and people like her that are following in her footsteps. They're doing the same thing,
I
and I
think
think we're
once,
always going to know. Oh, go ahead.
well, I think piggybacking on what you said, I think those kind of actors and actresses, once they pass away, I think that the next generation of them, there's not going to be any more um, big name stars like that.
Really, you don't think so?
Mm-mm. I mean, I think there's very few left anyway. If you think about it, Meryl Streep might be one, Natalie Portman maybe. You know, Brad Pitt's one, Tom Cruise is one, Leonardo. How many are there? Not many.
I'm sure there's more. We just don't know them.
Well, how many big names that you like? I mean, that can be like they can even still people go to the movies to see their movies. How many of these people their movies just go to the theater? There's not that many.
No, I
Tom
guess
Cruise's
not.
movies only go to the theater. I mean, who
Yeah,
else?
I mean, streaming is a big thing.
I mean, even Brad
I
Pitt
mean, I have certain
has.
people that I will always watch when I see they have a movie. Even if I'm like on the fence about it. Sandra Bullock is one. I usually, if she's got something out, I'll watch it.
Has she ever had a movie that goes straight to streaming? Is it always in the theater?
I feel like the Bird Box did, but it might have went to
Okay.
a theater.
Oh,
I don't
oh yeah,
know.
yeah. No, that was streaming. That's right.
And
I've
Julia
never,
Roberts, I'll
I've,
watch
I've
her
never,
stuff,
I've
and
never watched Bird Box.
it's pretty good. I mean, you
Okay,
like that kind of movie, so you would like it.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't think AI is going to ruin anything, you know, within the next couple of years. But I mean, I'm sure it will later on because people ruin everything, and people are in charge of AI right now. And then when AI takes over, then it'll, ruin itself. Just a
We'll
cycle,
evolve, we'll adapt. It'll be I
and
mean,
we'll
I
probably
know
be
it's
we'll be
dismissive to be like, "We'll be fine," but we will.
or we'll be dead by then
When
too,
have we not?
probably.
When have
Exactly.
has the human race not been fine? You can
We've
argue
always
that, yeah, politically and socially, we're kind of in a shithole right now,
Well, it always
but
goes ins and outs, though. There's always ups and downs, always. If you look back through, like,
yeah,
for example, the crypto is down right now. It's down
crypto.
terribly. Crypto, it's down,
I
but
couldn't tell you what it was or wasn't.
it's down about every third year. This is the third year, so the next year it should be going up. So,
Crypto.
so this is an interesting story. We do have a video to this. That this was a cyclist that was rescued after being knocked into rushing water. Now, have
Mm.
you ever been like knocked down in rushing water and tried to stand up?
Only once. Only once, and it was in the ocean, and it's scary. It's scary when you can't stand back up. You keep getting knocked down, and you've gotta, like
And then you have the water coming over you and just rushing over you.
well,
You could
especially if you have
drown.
any kind of panic or anxiety, you immediately, like, kick into this, like, fight or flight thing, and you just freak out.
Especially, I think that I will die by drowning. I think that's
Well, don't
how
say that.
I think that or choke. I think
You're
I'll
gonna
choke,
manifest
actually.
it.
I think I'll choke to death. Somehow in my life. So this would be a fear, and I don't have a phobia of that. But the cyclist, we have a video, and you can kind of see how she gets knocked down in
Yeah.
this raging stream, I guess.
It's pretty scary. Alright.
Let's take a little look at this.
Water in the wash. You can see it's kind of deep there, so easy to get yourself in a little bit of trouble if you don't know what to cross. We got everybody coming to help. She's being sucked down into the thing. Yeah, she's in the hole. Well, we just lost another girl. That girl's downstream. This is the one who got sucked free.
It actually ends before but they do get her out. But the
That
video ends
I
before that.
was Now I hadn't watched all that video before,
Yeah.
but she was sunken down in, for the people that couldn't tell, she was down further than what the walkway looked like. And that was just raging water, and that would have been a
Yeah.
very scary. Now, have you ever seen this movie called I can't think of the name of it. I watched a clip of it yesterday too, and it's about just like this. I think it's about the tsunami that happened back in when did that happen? Back in the mid 2000s, late 2000s. And Ewan McGregor and now Naomi Watts is in it, and they're like in a pool at a resort, and then all of a sudden, you just see all these birds flying away, and then this big tsunami just takes over everything, and you can see the devastation of the aftermath of the
Damn.
waves, and just kind of like with that, and that was a very small scale. People sometimes
Yeah.
forget how powerful water can be.
They do. They don't take it into consideration. They
Yeah.
don't think that that's gonna happen to them, and obviously it can. I
Hmm.
mean, you said it happened to you one time.
Yeah. Well,
It's happened to
also,
me once.
you know,
Granted, it was
any
the ocean, so I knew there was a risk, and the Pacific can be a lot rougher.
well, anytime that you're in the ocean, you have to think, you're always drafting or being pushed downstream, and you have to always walk back up. But those waves, I went earlier and watched Point Break, and there was a surfer that had kind of went on and talked about how he was the stunt guy for Patrick Swayze and all the things that they had to learn in order to surf, and that seems like very, very rewarding sport, but very dangerous because
Yeah.
you're constantly getting hit with the waves in the face and in your lungs, and then all the sea life as well. So yeah, that had to be a scary thing for that lady, and I'm glad that she was.
Yeah, she was okay,
And
but
I
it
did
took,
like the
it took a while apparently to get her out because she was sucked up under the pass-through or whatever it would be
yeah,
called, the wash that goes under the
and
bridge.
the two. I love that the two older men were just standing there, all taking pictures
I know,
with their
right?
phone as
Like,
well.
oh,
Yeah, as they couldn't go over there and help at all. Well, maybe they were afraid they would fall because it did look like you could easily fall there too.
yeah.
So, what story you want to get into next, Terry?
I
We have a
did
few
wanna
minutes
do
left.
because I love a good heist. I love a good heist movie, was the Mozart statues
Yeah.
that, okay, apparently in Austria, uh, uh, someone had made, 200 gold statues of Mozart, for his on his 270th birthday,
Oh, okay, okay. I was
okay?
wondering why.
Um, the Mozarteum, like museum, but Mozarteum, I guess is how you pronounce it? I don't
Yeah,
know. Foundation on July 15th unveiled 320 statues, but within 2 weeks, more than 80 of them had disappeared. By
really.
Wednesday, this past Wednesday, a total of 210 were missing.
Wow.
Yeah.
How big are these
Um,
statues?
they're not super tall,
Okay,
apparently. Um, but he had intended to sell them for 100 euros, which in American currency is $114
okay.
each, I'm assuming. So they obviously, like, they didn't make a lot of money off 200, like, what would that be? 2 grand?
Yeah.
No,
Well, no.
20 grand. So I don't know. I don't know the reason. They don't seem to know, but it was definitely planned
Wait,
because
how
it
many were
happened in
there?
such a short amount
200
of
at a
time.
hundred. 200 at
210.
$100?
210,
That's only
at
like
114. Yeah, it's not
that's
a lot of
only
money.
that's only a couple like a little over 2,000.
It's like 20,000.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure we have somebody here smarter than us that can do math.
So
So
we're only
210
children.
times 114 is 23,000.
Okay,
So it's
$23,000
not a
then.
lot of money. It's definitely not worth getting caught,
No.
but I mean, maybe they either love or hate Mozart. It's
So
one or the other.
do
They
we
have
have a
passion
picture of
about it.
these
Yeah, we
statues?
do. We do.
All right, let's take a gander at these.
Okay. I enjoy it. You know, I love a heist movie.
So how tall do
Um,
you think those little things are?
they're not
Two?
super tall and they're not metal or marble or anything. They're just like polymer.
That's hilarious. I mean, how would somebody walk? Because that would be big enough that you would see somebody walking around with that.
You would think, yeah. I mean, look how many there are. There's tons of them. I don't know. I think it's extreme, but that's why I like it.
I mean, I would like to
It
have.
doesn't make sense. You would
I'd
like
like to
one?
have. Yeah, I'd like to have one.
I wouldn't mind having one. I mean, I would just put it in the corner. It would
200. I
not
don't.
fit my decor, but
No, it wouldn't
yeah,
mine
where
either.
are they? Did they put them in a warehouse? Did they
They had
sell
put them in like
them?
Santa's bag and put them over their shoulder to walk away. Like, how did you transport these?
210 of these. And I would say based on this, they're like 2 feet maybe. If you
That's
look
what
at
I
the
was
guy back
saying.
there, you figure he's 6 foot, it maybe. I'd say they're about 2 feet.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
But how are you gonna sell those?
I don't know.
Who's
We
gonna
might
I'm
need to
sure
get on.
somebody will buy them. Get on
We might,
eBay and see if we can find one.
yeah, get on eBay and Marketplace and see if we have these miniature Mozart, and then we can turn them in and get the
I wouldn't
reward.
turn them in, I would buy one.
Is there reward money for this?
Well, I guess that is the big question, isn't it?
Hmm. Hmm.
It does not offer a reward that I'm seeing.
No, I would like to have one though. But yeah, 200 and some being stolen. That's
But I would
crazy.
pay one. I mean, 114. You figure he's gonna want. I'm saying he. The I don't know who, but I would figure $200. I'd pay $200 for one.
Oh, you'd pay 200 for one?
Maybe, yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, especially with the story of it being stolen, and yeah,
It's
it would
got
make
it's
a good conversation piece.
yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Now, you want to get into we'll end tonight on a kind of a sad note, I guess you could say,
Oh,
is that now back in I think it was December, director Rob Reiner's son, Nick, fatally killed Rob and oops, there we go. Rob and his wife at their home, unalived them that way. Now the son has been in jail ever since, and he is awaiting trial. But right now, he is blocked from a 1.5 million trust fund while
good.
awaiting the parents' trial. So the parents set
Well, I
up
don't think he's gonna get it.
well, they set up a trust fund in his name in 93. He said the trust fund has more than 1.5 million, and he also argued that a portion of the money should have already been given to him. He turned 30 on September 14th, 2023, 2 years before his parents unalive. Under the terms, both sides agree a payment was due to him at the time, but
Because you're
was
forgetting who Rob
never.
Reiner is.
Yes. Now, Rob Reiner's directed many, many movies. The Princess
Mhm.
Bride, When Harry Met Sally. He was Meathead in All in the Family. There he is with young and old as well, older and younger. Um, but the trustees overseeing the fund said they opposed Reiner's request earlier this month. Their opposition rests on a California Slayer statute. It states that the law generally prevents a person from inheriting money, property, or a trust from someone they have intentionally or feloniously killed. So Reiner
I mean,
says he
that
needs,
seems common sense.
yeah, Reiner says he needs the money to help pay legal expenses, commissary costs, while he remains in jail.
Well, he wouldn't be in jail if he hadn't done that. So
Yep.
I don't feel bad for him.
No, he pleaded not guilty to killing his parents. He was recently indicted on 2 counts of first-degree murder, and he is still awaiting trial. No, Rob Reiner was 78 years old, and his wife Michelle was 70.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I didn't realize that they were quite that old.
Well, that's really sad. I didn't even know that he had been
Well,
murdered.
Nick had been through, he struggled with heroin addiction and cocaine addiction earlier in life, depression. He's went through drug treatment 18 times during that period. And if you go back
18.
18 times, and if you go back and you watch videos, I think back in the late 2015 and 16, him and Rob made a movie together based upon a story that Nick wrote, kind of chronicling Nick's journey through, through this drug period of his life. And, it's a sad story all around. Two people lost their
Yeah.
lives. And in a sense, Nick lost his life as well because he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail.
Yeah, but he chose
So,
that.
so three people just because of his actions. What is odd about this, now you didn't know about this, is they were at a party at Conan O'Brien's house hours before this incident. Nick had got into it. He'd kept asking one of the guests who they were, like going around asking the famous guests who they were. And I think Bill Hader is who he kept asking who he was. And Bill Hader, said, I guess kept on saying, who he was. Like, we're trying to have a private conversation. Nick got mad, left the party. Him and Rob had got into it that night. And then Nick later killed Rob and Michelle. So, yeah. So that happened back in December 14th. So, but yeah, that is Salty Tonight, everyone. Good
Yeah, well,
night.
that's one way to end it.
Yeah, have a good night on that happy note.
Good night.
But yeah,
Yeah.
please go to the social media pages, saltytonight.com, and all the social medias. Will be
Yeah,
back.
everything's up there. Everything's
Yeah.
up there.
Now, Felicia will be on with me tomorrow for Real Talk. I'm not sure of the time yet. She's going to let me know, but we're going to be discussing the movie Mean Girls, and I've never seen Mean Girls, so this will be my first watch of Mean Girls.
I'm glad you're finally watching it.
Yeah. So, Terry, you have a good night.
Classic.
Thanks,
You too.
everyone, for tuning in. Good night, everyone.
Bye.